Welcome to another video. In this video we are gonna create the spike obstacle for our platformer game. So when the player collides a object, the player dies, and in a couple of seconds the level is gonna start from the beginning. So how can we create that? So let's start by creating the actual spike by right-clicking here. And let's choose the insert new object. And for this, we are gonna actually use the sprite. There's a reason for that, but let's choose the sprite and press it here, anywhere you like. And well, yeah, now we just need to draw the spikes. So I'm gonna use the red color and use the line tool. Let's sweet looking red, very dangerous. And let's well, yeah, create a couple of spikes here. I'm gonna go for 3, hopefully 3. No, that's not enough space, so let's do it like this. 3 spikes. Oh, and I'm gonna just fill these and also make the lines properly. There we go. So there is our dangerous spikes. Those don't look so fancy right now, but that's totally okay. So let's close it down, and we have huge spikes now, so we need to change the size of that. So let's open up using the arrow and changing the X and Y scales, the percent of those to 25 and 25. Now it's more decent. And let's actually open the spikes one more time. And what we forgot to do here is the collision boxes. So we add the options here where we have all the types of like fill tools and eyedropper and stuff like that. At the bottom, there's the edit to collision polygon. But what is this? The collision polygon is basically this, that this is the area in which if the player touches, stuff will happen. So right now the collision polygon is the whole image size, and of course what we want to do is make it the same size as the spikes are. So using the corners from this collision polygon, we can actually drag it next to that spike, and same goes here. There you go. We could actually create like it pixel perfect, like placing the let's say I can actually press double click that, and I get another of these to change the shape. But if I double click here, I get another, and double click here and put it here, double click that, put it here. So actually have proper collisions for every spike. But rather this is a kind of an overkill using of polygons, because you don't want to really do it like this unless you really want to. There's a reason that you want to see the exactly the right position if the player is colliding with the spikes. But I would suggest that in this type of a situation, it's okay that if player happens to be in a situation that he touches this empty space between the spikes and he still dies, that's totally okay. So that's okay for me. Not gonna use that much of polygons, because that basically is a performance thing. If you keep on doing this all of the time, that you add all kind of collision polygons and a lot of different kind of divisions between the collision polygons, it may be a performance issue. Of course, it won't be in a project this scale, but that's the performance is another type of its story, so we are not gonna more deeper into that. But that's just something what you need to consider, that don't use that much of divisions in your collision polygons. Okay, but now we have it in place. It's basically using the proper area of the spikes to see if the player touches it. Now we can close it. Actually, before we close it, we still use one button here. At the top, there's a button called Crop Transparent Edges. Let's press that. So it just crops down the area which doesn't have anything drawn to it. So it's like this. It's easier to detect where the object is. Let's place one of these spikes at the middle. And we need to create a code that the player actually dies to that. Test it. So before we do that, let's pick the spikes and rename it. We have it called the sprite now. So let's rename it to spike. There you go. So now we can jump to the event sheet and start creating the functionality for the spikes. So what we want to do is add another event here and choose the player. And you can find a event here on collision with another object. Let's pick that, and it asks that what is the object you want to see the collision with. So let's choose the click to choose and choose the spike, obviously, and click done. So now we have a event checking its trigger because there's the green arrow there. So when the player is on collision with spike, what's gonna happen? First of all, we want to add an action here, choose the player, and of course we want to destroy the player because that happens when you touch spikes. Destroy it. And we are gonna actually add another action here. So add action, choose the system, and from the bottom there's a time category and there's a action goal called wait. We're gonna pick that and how long we're gonna wait. So how long we're gonna wait before the level starts all over again. So let's say 1.5 seconds. That's a good time. And now we're gonna add another action, so third action here, and choose the system. And there's a action called restart layout. So how these work? So basically these go from top to bottom. So when this happens, the event is true, so the player has collided spike. The player will get destroyed immediately. And then we're gonna wait 1.5 seconds, and then we're gonna restore the layout. So let's see if that works. We can press the play button. And now we have the player, and we are gonna jump and make a suicide here to the spike, and we get destroyed. And it got spawned again. We can actually jump through it, and we can try how close we can get before get destroyed. Where the collision polygon steps in, there we have it. And the game starts all over again. So nice. It's working smoothly. We can now jump to level 1 and actually duplicate these the way we like. Maybe add another here so the player has to actually jump in between those before going forward. I can make it this a little harder situation right here. There we go. You can actually, to position the objects within the level, you can use also the arrow keys to make it just press it and use the arrow keys to move it in just really short distances. There we go. So now if I one more time just press the play and that's some crazy level right there. Okay, so that is the spikes. We actually got it running now. So the next thing would be saving your project and what you need to consider when doing that. So let's jump into that in the next video. So see you there.